Okay, so Grand Prix 4 is just loading up now. It shouldn't be too much longer. I'm going to be running Grand Prix 4 just as before, but I have the addition of a steering wheel. Have a look. So that there is the R660 GT from Cytec, and there's a set of pedals somewhere down there. Let me just get this put back in place so I can throw the focus on it and get everything all looking good again. There we go. It's a very quick calibration period that I have to do every time I start, so just bear with me for that. I'll get this all set up. Set that down there. Give myself just a little bit of steering support, and this will help me while I get used to messing with these things. Good. It's memorized a lot of the functions for me already, fortunately. Okay. So, I'm going to have to brake by myself. I'm not quite ready to use the brake to manage the gears myself as well, so there's going to be automatic gears on it. Deal with it. Don't necessarily suggest gear there, and the traction control and steering help is there, but it's reduced. So it's just to get me used. All failures are now enabled. This was something I'd forgotten to do on the last setup, so I could race a perfect race, although that isn't going to happen. And my gearbox could fail on me, or I could lose a gear, or I could end up with a puncture. Just all kinds of random. Now I had a quick ask of what everyone wanted me to do with everyone. What character should I pick? And everyone in my Discord channel said let's keep going with Nigel Mansell. So as per probably as per the real 1991 season, I will be winning very many championship points. But let's see how it goes. Or rather, we'll be winning many races. There'll be a quick introduction, but in the interests of not getting grief from Formula 1 management twice in the same week, I'll skip it. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be free practice. Officially it's 120 minutes. I probably won't have all 120 minutes. I get about 20 odd laps for me to figure things out and get warmed up. And then I'll do the same on Saturday. And I'll see if I can post some times. I'm going to crash and break this car several times over. There is a quick keybind on my keyboard for resetting that. For resetting the car, it just means I don't have to wait for the car to overheat and give up. Just speeds things up for you. There isn't a quick retire button. I'm just going to let everyone know that the live stream is live for those that have missed the notification, although it's only been on for a few minutes, so let's see how that looks. Now there are a few glitches with the internal cockpit because this is a mod of 1996 game, taking it back to 1991. The mod was made, I thought, a while ago. We'll put 4 laps worth of fuel in the tank and we'll take her out. Oh, and you're going to hear some noises from the wheel every now and then. That's perfectly normal because this has force feedback, which will help me feel the car around the track a little more. Okay. Take you for a quick lap round Phoenix with me, hopefully totally not wrecking it. This is the little bend that always gets me. Leaving the car. You meant to take that flat at third gear. Nope. I probably could take these corners a little bit faster, but I tend to find every time I push this car a little too hard, I put it into the wall. Right, here's the time lap. Let's see what I can do. That one at the end there. That's the thing with a street course like this, the performances are so tight, so don't expect me to form very many coherent sentences while I'm driving. And there's the yellow flag up. Ooh. It's a little bit too much speed there. It's up ahead, here comes the yellow sector. Oh, it's clearing up, that's fine. Lock the wheels up or this thing just turns into an ice rink. Oh, too fast. This isn't going to help my time any. Ah! As you can tell, Formula 1 cars are not designed for the 3-point turn. I got enough in me for another lap. Let's go. I'm not going to have a lot of forward speed up this run, so it won't be the best, but 30 seconds plus. Nope, someone's had a mix up. Wow. Ah! Well, there's the first fuck up for the day. Wasn't exactly the hottest lap in the world, was it? Now, I only get one set of practice tyres for practice, so these tyres are going to get a lot of use and abuse. For the Saturday, I'll try the hard tyre compound out. Phoenix, I just caught your chat there. Nope, I don't have a mustache. He does. I don't. Maybe I should have just gone as Patrese. That's the frightening thing. 30 seconds late on the lap and I'm only 12th place out of a possible 22 cars in this mod. Yes, I know there are more cars than that in the Formula 1 circus in 1991, but this is a limitation of the mod. Breathe throttle there we go. Flip this round the corner. Even the car. Throw it around the corner, there we go. Come on. And brakes. again! Oh, that was my fault. Well, I'm going to be really popular in a minute. Per Puro. Sorry, bud. I'm sure that's going to cause me some drama in the pit lane later. Probably get a small... It says there up there I've got... Uh-oh. Thanks, Gibson. Whoa! Backstepped out of me there. So much for traction control, my ass. I may have turned it off accidentally. It's back on now. Just so dead badly want to take that into like first gear or something like that, just take it nice and slow, but you really can't, otherwise you're just going to lose every time. That's what happens when you talk instead of drive. Right. 2 seconds. I need a drink. That moment in the house where one job turns into 20. Don't worry, Phoenix, we'll still be here. Okay. That was never going to end well. That's gonna hurt.
Watch out for debris. Try and get back.
No, not gonna happen.
Clear.
Oh no. That'll be tires. Probably could do with a bit of practice hanging behind someone's bumper. That's what happens when you're too busy looking at the bumper and not him. a bad overtaking position if you've got a faster car. See, why can't my warm-up laps be as good as my normal laps? Ah. Every time. I'd like to just get around a lap. Actually.
Clear.
Bullshit. I am never going to get around this race course. Oh, come on.
Clear.
See if I can keep Senna behind me. That would be funny. All the skids from me. That's not so handy. Right, time lapped. Game face on. was it, 13 laps, there we go. Ah!
Clear. Watch out for debris.
Oh dear. Alright, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go. Yep, there we go. We often forget just how big the wings are on the front end of a 1991 spec car. Ah! Please don't do that. There we go. Gained a few lap times. Had to be on the time lap, didn't it? That's really annoying. AX, I've probably had a fairly new haircut for a little while now. It's just that I don't tend to wear a hat. I normally tend to wear a hat. Sadly, I'm not wearing a racing helmet, and even if I did, that's way more money than I'm ever going to have. And nobody get any bright ideas either. Oh god. One thing, as someone who doesn't normally drive at all, this is getting rather tiring on the ankles. I don't know if I'll be doing 70 odd laps of this in one standing. Oh, I should have been stronger on the brakes. Let's get the car clear of the wreckage. Oops. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what I just did here to get this all gone. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how I got this all. Okay, I'm not sure how I've got this log up. I need to figure out how to get it off because it is pissing me off. There we go. Start. You know what? I don't know how I got the debug menu up. I'm not going to bother figuring it out. I'm just going to go with it. And I'm doing this on an office chair, so I tend to slide a little from time to time. Of all the courses I had to try and learn on the first trip around the park, the first one in the event calendar obviously makes the most sense, but the amount of braking zones in this is just ridiculous. I can see why the drivers didn't like it that much. The Phoenix race only lasted three years, 89, 90 and 91. I think that was partly just down to the logistics of organising a street race, partly because it would appear that it wasn't a lot of fun. Use all of the track. Ooh. Oh, yellow flag. Finally, a half decent time. Okay, I could live with 6th place. 6th place wouldn't make me want to put a bullet in my head. well. Well, I guess I can get some practice getting back to the pits, see how that goes. See what an outlap with a damaged car looks like. Yep. Now, back in the 90s, they didn't actually have very heavy duty pit speed limiters, but we'll go with it. Oh, a little further to go. Not quite my pit box yet. Okay, if anyone could answer that for me, that would be amazing. That's what being on the pit means. Must have missed my pit stall or something. Well, here's a stupid idea. Let's do this turn with... Yep, that's why. Let's just put brakes on what's left of my car. Let someone pick that up. I am almost certainly going to be the cause of a problem there. Now, why can't I have that all the time? That's a perfectly reasonable... I mean, yeah, I don't have the speedometer, but I've got that down there. Why can't I use this from now on? That is it. That's, from now on, that's what I'll be using. That's a fantastic cockpit view. It's going to look a lot prettier than the other one. Good damn. That'll be why. That makes slightly more sense. Sorry, the game crashed. I'll be back in a second. Okay, let's get this started back up again, and hopefully I won't have to do any more crazy reconfiguration shit. A bit of plan on it though. It's not always the way you want it. Okay. It's not that it's bad music, it's just it's annoying to me now because, quite simply, I can't stand listening to it over and over again. Okay. Well, here goes a fresh practice session. Thank you, Crash. Wonderful, wonderful crashes. The joys of using a mod. If that happens during a race, I may just openly commit suicide.
Clear.
That's much more like it. My immersion, bruh. Oops. It's amazing how different the track looks down here. Hopefully this actually almost feels a little bit better for me. See how this goes. Nope, that was not better. And I can actually make that out in the corner.
Clear.
Nope. I knew that was going to happen. Well, I won't be very popular right now. Let's go. Ah! Every time I want a hot lap, every fucking time. Jesus. Well, this will be a pit in lap. Ah! Well, that went about as well as expected.
Watch out for debris.
Not sure what reference points you're talking about. If you're meaning the pitboard markers, you're seeing what I'm seeing. Ooh. Yep, that was going to happen. Oh, Phoenix, I can make out the reference points as well. But for example, I'm using the 100 pitboard marker for there. I'm using that blue sign I've just passed there on the right hand there for my turn there. This lamppost is my next marker. I just watched for the marks on the pavement on this one, which is why I always get this one screwed up a bit. the iceberg notice is my next braking point. On the brakes at Foster's, on the throttle at the apex. And 100 marker. On the throttle, off the throttle, on the throttle. And past that pine tree there, that palm tree was my first marker. Started the braking zone here from the stains on the road. Hold second gear, follow the line, flat out. So just because you can't necessarily make out what the reference points you're supposed to use, I'm using my own. Alright, that'll do. Alright, let's get some practice just putting some laps on the car, or just run wide. Let's get some practice getting in the pits. That's what happens when you turn too hard too much, you lock the wheels. Same with the brakes. Alright, so nasty turn coming up.
Watch out for debris.
Let's not cause some of my own. Whew. I came into the pits when I needed to as well. That's the way to do it. So put the thing on the jacks. I can change the wheels to hard compound tires. Let's see what we do in terms of time on a lap there. Right, so hard tires I expect will be a little shittier in terms of grip. Case in point, definitely not going to be optimal for the track. But they do seem to last longer, supposedly. And I just want to see how much of a difference we've got in terms of lap times here. So my last lap was a 1:22.287. Let's see what this is worth. In all honesty, Phoenix, this is not my first lap round the course. I've done a few laps in keyboard mode, and more than enough laps than this last week as practice.
Try and get back.
So you can't get a feel for the rhythm of the track, so that's why you're missing the reference points. Like I said, I've got plenty of practice on the track. It's a track I've always loved racing on, but it is just lots and lots of practice. When I was using the keyboard, what I would do is I would watch when the AI decided it was going to help. They were going to help me with the brake assistance when I was using the keyboard, and I kind of just made a mental note of what it looked like in my brain when we were hitting the brakes. So if there was a poster that I went past, or a tree, or a banner, or 100 or the distance markers. Oop. Marginal glitch. Still a working car though, so I'll take it. Get the heat in the tyres a bit there. So yeah, I've learned to spot things like the track, because all these marks on the track are laid down by the actual drivers on the game. So the track evolves, and staying on the rubber is a good way to make sure your lap times stay where they want to be. The other thing as well, Felix, is that you're just watching. I've done it over and over again, done plenty of laps in this track. More than a couple of races worth if you think of all the times I've practiced off camera, so I think it's fair to say it's literally just practice at this point in time. If you put me on the next course, I would probably fall apart. It would not work. This is complete and total practice effect. And I need to be staying on the brakes further into that course. Yep, there's a concussion. Actually, let's see what this is like with the race fuel load. Let's put 30 laps in the fuel in the tank. See how she shifts. See if the braking zones look much worse. Fair enough. If I show you what the first version of this game looked like back in the days when it was DOS and Atari, you'll understand why I don't mind the graphics in the slightest right now.
Watch out for debris.
That's very good parking of him, mate. I was a little too close. Shit. I really need to start getting better at this. To be honest, I could probably play some of the newer Formula 1 games as well, but the problem with them is, new Formula 1 sucks. It's just not that entertaining. It's freaking DRS and KERS and all that bullshit. It doesn't make great racing, it just makes a great technology demonstration. Late 80s and early 90s, things like active suspension and all that sort of stuff were just coming into the fray. And to be perfectly honest with you, while I understand why they got rid of those, if the argument was that there was too much technology in the sport, why bring in KERS and DRS? Why not just give everyone V10 engines again and take away the aerodynamic limiters that they've come up with recently? Oh, but the engines are getting too fast. So, make the cars safer. The cars are way safer than they were nowadays in the time of less. Fairly certain they were faster actually, but I may be mistaken on that. Okay, let's get another time lap on the books with hard tyres and about 3 or 4 laps worth of fuel in the tank. See what they're worth. Oh no, don't give them turbos, they've already got them right now, Phoenix. Just take away the ability to refuel and leave the turbos out. 5-second laps, give them quality tyres again, keep the slicks on. Basically put it back to 1991 spec rules. We've got enough champions in the sport right now, it could be easily just as entertaining. Find a way to get about 30 odd players on the grid, have a pre-qualifying again. That's what I get for not paying attention. Ooh, I don't know, Phoenix. Electric engine assistance, does it count? What's the purpose of it? Bear in mind, in 1994, after driving aids were banned, there was a mysterious mode 13 in the Benetton engines. Traction control. Although there was never evidence it was actually used in a race, the software was there. What you have nowadays is McLaren Bavaria or the McLaren factory make all ECUs in this, the all gas unit. 97, 98, it was okay. I think the Senna years were better. Late 80s, early 90s. Personalities alone. I was it 5, 6 world champions on the grid during the early 90s. Let's see, you had Nelson, Prost, Nelson Piquet Jr., Mansell's champion in his own right eventually. No, Phoenix, the Mode 13 was indeed traction control, but that's a part of the engine mapping. Because it controls how much torque goes to, how the traction control would work back then, as it controlled how much torque was going to the differentials and stuff. Uh-oh. Knew that was coming. Could I just get... I probably cost Williams financial... I've probably caused a financial disaster at Williams these days. Oh, why am I putting the throttle on there? That was retarded. Need the grip from the soft tyres. That would be launch control. And you know what, you may actually be right, because I remember this is traction control and launch control are just two sides of the same coin, though. You can. What line is it? What point in time do you draw the line? That was a crap corner. Good things just warm up. You're in the corner. Brake at the F. Wait, I could really do a figuring out a braking point that's later than that one. Probably losing a few hundredths of a second there, but I'll take it. See this. That's the thing, even if you just brake a fraction of a second too late on that corner, you'll end up in the tyre wall. That's the thing, at one point in time is it a driving aid, and one point in time is it software. For example, are you going to argue that semi-automatic gearbox is a driving aid? It's a manual gearbox, because now the whole point of it, I would argue that those are actually improved driver safety, because then you have hands on the freaking wheel. The only person I ever saw, the only thing I ever saw that made my jaw drop when it came to manual operation of a gearbox is Senna's TV lap of him, one hand on the handle, and one hand for the gears, and one hand on the steering wheel, round in Monaco. Freaking nuts. Not as good as my first lap. Yeah, Phoenix, could you imagine straight H gearbox control, manual gear stick controller in a Formula 1 car? You don't have to imagine it, just watch Senna's Monaco lap in 1991. Because even though Senna won the 1991 Grand Prix, he was the last astrally aspirated engine to win. He was also the last manual gearbox to win. Sorry, not natural aspirated. He was the last manual proper straight H gearbox to win a championship. 1991. The very year that I'm modelling. To be perfectly fair though, if Williams had actually turned up with a gearbox that didn't shatter into a million pieces, if it was breathed heavy on, they would have wrapped the race up in the bag. They were dominant towards the end of the year. Finally got their shit together. The other thing I like about the 1991 spec cars is aerodynamically, they boss-like. They have immense downforce. But they also, because it's aerodynamics, it's all about dynamic grip. Because it's all aerodynamic grip. Sorry, I'm losing concentration here. Because it's all aerodynamic grip. Slipstreaming was very doable, and cars would just rocket up the back end. Overtaking was possible. Well, yeah, Phoenix, but that's what made them good drivers, because if they could drive a Formula 1 car that was a bucket of bolts at low speeds and still have good enough reflexes to handle them at the fast speeds that they were getting to during cornering, you deserve your world championship because you were a master of all disciplines. High speed corners, low speed corners, good overtaking, good position defense. It all had to matter. I think that's a pretty reasonable end lap there. Well, actually, Phoenix, I like the wider body shape because it allowed them to gather more air into those engines. They needed the wider, they need the wider body because they have these huge V10 engines that need all that air. If they had the narrower body in these V10 engines, they'd overheat and explode. Anyway, I've maxed out the lap count on Friday practice. I'm tempted to just do a few quick laps on Saturday practice to say that I've done it. And then I'll maybe just take a sip of quality. Hopefully I won't get knocked off the post. What I will do though is I will reset the live stream for that so that nobody has to watch me randomly ramble. You can actually do this for realsies. Okay. Okay, so I wasn't meaning the form factor and for the size of the engine, although the engine was. I was meaning how much air you need to cool down and the extra, you know, 4 or 6 valves that you had. Remember, Ferrari were still using a V12 engine, so we're Honda. And this is at a point in time you don't have immense quantities of carbon fiber. It's aluminium alloy and composite. Carbon fiber was just becoming a bit of an exotic material at the time, just becoming prevalent. There was only sections of it that were carbon fiber. This lap actually feels really good, and it was not even getting counted because it's a warm-up lap. Here we go. Oh, on the timed lap as well. Come on. You might be right, Phoenix. Some of it is just down to the regulations in force at the time. There was a maximum and a minimum size for your car. The thing that I don't think they had as well was just self-adjustable rear wings. I remember a while ago they talked about giving Formula 1 drivers the ability to make minor adjustments to the front and rear once during the lap. And I was never a fan of that. Although, to be perfectly honest, I think it would be freaking cool to see them just use the rear wings for front and rear drag as an air brake, like the reverse of a DRS during braking. Whoever uses or puts the most front wing on their car on their engine would have maximum downforce and maximum drag capability. Right, yeah. I wasn't sure what time in what time frame it was. Well, that's up. Right, Patrese, you're in 126. You're in the same car I am. Let's see what I can do with this. guy's gonna fuck my warm-up lap. Whoa. Well, I've already badgered it myself, so... Alright. Let's get myself in for a second lap, because that's not going to be very good. Third place though, that's not terrible. Holy shit! It's actually looking like a half decent lap. Yes! 3 seconds off the lap time. I will buy that for $1. That is with laps with 12 tyres with 12 laps on them, or at least it should be, because if these are brand new tyres, I'm going to be really annoyed because that'll be a set of quality tyres used. Phoenix, there's 73 laps in the American Grand Prix for 1991. Ah. You know what? Anything I do now is just wasting tyre time. I've got all the data I need. I did that on 20 laps, and that's the point where the tyres are just done for. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly... Yeah. Okay, so... First of all, I actually work better when I've got a lap done. But I don't really see that I've got that choice, because if this gets busy out here, I'm screwed. So I'm going to put some sort of time up. Give him some breathing space, because I'm in no hurry during my warm-up lap. So I'd rather either overtake him now or just let him go. So if he fucks my time over, I will not be happy. So I'm deliberately taking it nice and gentle on the tyres, so I've got some strength in those, because these are qualifying tyres. These are good for 2, maybe 3 laps tops. Also, if I go over 12 laps, I get put to the back of the grid no matter what time I post, which will make my race a rather annoying one. So I really either do this qualification in 2 sets. I'm just so much faster than these lower end cars that I might be having a hard time just keeping the traffic management for this guy. Because if I end up on a hot lap with this guy in front of me, he's probably going to hold up my time. That's one way to solve it. Okay. Game face on. No! Not on the quali lap, come on.
Watch out for debris.
Oh boy. There goes all my front downforce.
Try and get back.
Working on it. These tires are done for anyway, so I'll pop them back away. Now I'm just going to have to keep an eye on the map. This steering wheel that comes up in front of the helmet view is the reason why I am not using this view, because that is just too much of a distraction. I can't make sense of any of that. Okay, so someone's posted a time at least. What we got? Tires got no laps on these ones, so I'm going to have to do it with 2 sets of quality tires now, because those other ones are done for. I'd maybe get another lap at them, but no point in being on short tires on your hot lap. That's everyone coming in to recover actually, so that's not a bad start. No. I will max it. I will be able to post a lap with this at least. That's just bullshit. Oh, come on. Well, those tires are shot. I better not fuck this up then, had I? Because all I've got left is the remaining set of race tires. Well, so far we've not had a lot of people post lap times yet, actually. Let's get this show on the road. Get a time posted. I've got 6 laps to do this in, and I've only got this set of tyres left now, so that's it. Whatever happens, that's my position on the grid. Iron Man this shit, come on. Oh, shake it off, come on, let's go, let's go. Oh, perfect. Right. Retcon that shit. Right. I've got slightly scuffed half a lap good, half a lap of these tyres, that shouldn't matter too much. Let's do this. Come on, focus. Right, don't do that on the lap, Douglas. Let's do it. Come on, Mansell. Right, lap time, let's do it. Senna posted up the fastest time. I am almost nothing in it with him. Well, that will have changed now after that terrible corner. let's do it, let's do it. Alright. My legs are getting so tired. Come on, push the time. Let's do it. Right, that's it. I've got a time on the lap. It's 2 seconds faster.
Well done, we're on pole.
Fucking yes, man. Give me one more lap. Come on. See if I can put it together one more time. If this lap's miles off the pace, and these tiles have indeed fallen off a cliff as I believe they're going to, I'll just call in at the pits. Yeah. Oh my god. Let's just push this lap on then. Nope, let's not. Alright, let's try and get clear of the... Let's try and park her up in this area here. Holy crap, I can't believe I did that. That's some hardcore insanity there, right? Right, in the likely event that someone does actually post a significantly faster time than that, then fuck them. They'll just have to deal with that. Don't worry, I'm not going to sit for 45 minutes, I just want to see how this goes. Tracy's pulled it into within a second of my lap time. That's it. Ain't nobody coming out now. I'm feeling pretty good about that, man. That's... I'll take that. Right, save this game. There we go. Let's just double check driving aids are the way they should be. Yep. Controls are as they should be. Yep. Okay. Take track conditions as they are on the day. Shouldn't be any different from quality conditions. Oh, that's right. I've got to be using the. I can't use the quality tires now. I've got to use the race tires. That's right. Take these qualified tires out. No, I won't. What's the point of that? That's just retarded. That's what we'll do. Okay. single pit stop about lap 20. Because there's no expectation of anything to change. We'll default back to softs. Because hards are not applicable to this. Any last minute setup changes I want to do? Okay. Well guys, strap yourself in for something comfy. Here we go. What? That's never a jump start. Well, that's a bit annoying. Oh, you have got to be shitting me! Okay, first of all, how's that a jump start? Second of all, how did I fuck that up? No, we're loading that up again. That was what that was. I don't even know what that was. Okay. Let's see if I can put that much fuel in the tank. Okay, I need to get better at lap starts because that was crap. Yes! Good start. Someone had a massive accident there. There goes Nelson Piquet. No!
Watch out for debris.
That's frustrating as fuck. Always say to myself, if I can get at least round the first lap or so, I still manage to crash the car, or if the car breaks down, then that's frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm not going to repeat every time. I just would like to get round at least one lap. That would seem reasonable to me. Wish that white blob was out the way. I'm just going to have to hope he gets out the throttle for me. Take it generous here since I'm on 20. I've got 20 odd laps of fuel in the pit. Oh, there goes Senna, poor guy. Well, that's going to be the McLaren fans in this video pissed off now. Alright, that's it. It's on. Iron Man mode engaged. If I fuck this up now, tough luck. I'm only restarting if the game crashes, or if some clear game bug bullshit stops me from finishing the race. Ah, no! That's a punctured tyre, or the Grand Prix equivalent of it.
Try and get back. First gear, go.
I'll do. Alright, I'll just have to get these positions back the old-fashioned way now. That was a mistake.
Try and get back.
See you later, Phoenix. Have a good one. God, I hope they're ready for me.
First gear. Go.
For fuck's sake.
Try and get back.
Been very good at pit stops.
First gear. Go.
Wow, it's total carnage out there. It's Petrasian. Let's be lapped.
out for debris.
There goes a Lacey. Oh, it's Prost, was it? This is freaking carnage. Jeez, I'm going to be the only person left racing in this thing.
Prix.
Moreno KO'd. I'm literally going to be the only person left standing on this freaking track if it goes on like this. This is the most farcical race I've ever endured. How many cars are running now? For goodness sake. You know what, if I can get to that to the pits, it's worth it.
Try and get back. First gear, go!
Oh, for goodness sake. Well, this is pretty farcical anyway, let's face it. There's what, 3 cars running? All I have to do is just do more and more.
Try and get back.
Nope, not gonna happen. That's stupid bills. He's the Julian Bailey in my alternate reality is the only person who actually manages to make it through the entire series. Huh. Sure. Okay. I guess. Why not? Oh, let's put Brazil onto the course. I'm not going to run the game. I'm literally just getting it set up for me. So that you don't have to suffer that. Well, that's been the farce of Phoenix. I think we're starting to see why nobody liked it. Sadly I did, but oh well. I'm going to call it a night for the now. That's me been streaming for just over 2 hours. I think we've done the entire Phoenix season to death. So let's move over to the San Marino, the Brazil Grand Prix rather. Let's move on to the Brazil Grand Prix next. Catch you soon.